This is the Business Breakfast on Dubai Eye 103.8.
In association with Al Rastamani International Exchange, shop abroad and claim your VAT refund at home.
Let's talk retail now. Delighted to be joined in the studio from New York City, Ken Himmel, who's the president and CEO of Related Urban, a developer in the United States, and more pertinently to us here in the United Arab Emirates, co-managing partner of Gulf Related, which is developing a whole bunch of shopping centres on Maryah Island in Abu Dhabi. Ken, good morning.
Good morning.
You were here a couple of years ago when really the retail concepts on Maryah Island were just some nice drawings and a good idea. But things are coming together. Galleria Mall, the kind of the posh upmarket shopping mall, has been up and running for a while now. And plans for the more mass market mall, which will include a Macy's and a Bloomingdale's, they're moving forward as well. Give us an update.
Very happy to. Actually, this is the 5th day of my trip here, so I'm just finishing up. Spending my day today with the Altires and Shaloubs here in Dubai, and very excited about the progress we're making. I've spent the last 2 days updating myself on progress. As you know, we opened the Galleria just about 2 years ago in August, and we're seeing great momentum, great growth in sales, great footfall traffic increases. If you've been to the island recently, you know that the major bridges are under construction now. The 3rd and 4th bridge, which will connect the new Four Seasons Hotel, which opens next spring. So we have a Rosewood open. We have a Four Seasons Hotel under construction and opening in the spring. And we've opened 350,000 square feet of luxury retail and a series of restaurants. And we have some spectacular licensed restaurants opening on the waterfront on the promenade here. Some already open, Zuma, Roberto's, which we've announced, which will be coming in, opening before year end. And then we have 6 new destination restaurants at the base of the Four Seasons Hotel, which will be opening between the summer of next year and the fall of next year. So that's all in place, along with the 4 office towers and Cleveland Clinic that are there today. You may also know that we just announced, Mubadala just announced a free zone for the island. So now this becomes an international free zone, which opens up a whole new generation of opportunity for international companies to come here.
The big thing you're working on, though, is the mass market shopping mall. Galleria is, I've been there, it is, as you say, it's stunningly beautiful, but it's small but perfectly formed.
Right.
It's not going to compete with Dubai Mall or Mall of the Emirates. But the second shopping mall that you're building across the road absolutely is, with Macy's and Bloomingdale's and a whole lot more. Where do we stand on that?
Well, in effect, we've really partnered with Khaled Al-Tayr and his company to really customize something here for Abu Dhabi. No one's trying to compete directly with what goes on in Dubai because we couldn't compete with the tourism and the enormous amount of footfall that these centers generate. But we do have sort of a classic case of a bespoke project where Bloomingdale's and Macy's really answer for us how to anchor a very special retail destination in Abu Dhabi. The combination of the Galleria and its luxury, the licensed restaurants, along with Bloomingdale's and Macy's, and an enormous emphasis on children's entertainment and sports programming are all built into the scheme that you'll be seeing very shortly.
Let's just briefly talk about the mechanics of this, because you, as an American-based company, Gulf Related is in partnership with Gulf Capital, who are developing the Maryah Island. So you, or Gulf Capital, will own the mall itself.
So we have a joint venture with Gulf Capital. They're our local financial partner, our capital partner here. And that entity has a joint venture with Mubadala on the Galleria. And then our entity is really the managing general partner for all of Central. So we will be developing and owning all of Central.
And the way you talked about Altair there, it suggested that nearly all the space has been let to Altair. Is that the case?
Oh, no. There's 1.8 million square feet of new gross leasable area coming into Central, on top of 350,000 square feet at the Galleria. So there's over 2 million square feet of gross leasable area. That's about half the size of Dubai Mall in its total picture.
You've also got some things tied up with Altair, such as Bloomie's and
Bloomingdale's,
and
Macy's, and about 150,000 feet of inline stores.
Okay, how much of the rest is let?
So that represents about a third of the project. The Altair's have about 35% of the project. There's another 65% left to lease, and I am, as of last evening, I released almost 20% of the remaining leasable area to go out to lease. So we'll be 50% leased here on this project within the next 90 days.
And when will it be open?
March 1st of 2018. And that's a firm date because I just spent 2 days with my contractor.
Looking at some of the challenges that you face, though, you say that what consumers want from a shopping experience is changing. How do you figure out what consumers in Abu Dhabi want now and what they will want in 2018 and beyond?
That's a challenge facing us in my business all over the world. I mean, this is a question we ask in the United States in all of our major cities. You know, New York's quite different from San Francisco. We're working in both cities, as it is a little bit different here, of course, in Abu Dhabi. But the thing that drives your decisions in this part of the world is none other than the weather conditions you have here. That's one of the biggest driving factors. I mean, the heat and humidity and the need to be inside so much really creates a model where you need to provide amenities. You need to provide reasons for people to enjoy spending time inside these climate-controlled environments. So we spent the last 2 years on very creative programming ideas to go beyond anything anybody's ever done in the region to satisfy that. So we have these two interesting car parks. If you go to the Galleria and you look, there's these massive garages which have the rooftops. They represent almost 100,000 square feet of surface area. We've taken those surface areas, thanks to Mubadala. One of them becomes a whole children's and family destination area. Enormous landscaping, water feature, carousel. We have a one-of-a-kind American entertainment firm that's going to do a 50,000-foot program with us up there. The second garage on the north end becomes Sports World. And so the entire sports, take all of the things you dream about in sports, you know, whether all the things you see going on in sports and interactive sports, and we're bringing that together with programming, both retail, food and beverage. Becomes a destination unto itself.
You were talking about the difference there in the sort of the mix and the dynamics between New York City and San Francisco. From Dubai to Abu Dhabi, not so different. But one of the other focuses in the region is in Riyadh. Now, that is very different in the sense that there's no entertainment. You can't have cinemas. But you still need exciting things to draw people into a mall, perhaps more Sharia-compliant things as well. What have you discovered in Riyadh? I mean, how are you approaching that particular challenge?
Well, it's an interesting question. Riyadh, for us, presents an opportunity as a company to execute luxury residential. We really are not building shopping centers. We're not building hotels. We're not building mixed use. But what we're doing in that particular project in Riyadh is we're amenitizing a compound, a residential compound, in a way no one's ever done it before because of the skill set we have. So the health club, we own Equinox health clubs in the United States. So how we amenitize the health and wellness side of that compound and bring food and beverage to it. But we can't practice our business the way we do here in Abu Dhabi and Dubai in Riyadh. You can't do it in Saudi Arabia.
We're out of time. We're going to have to leave it there. It's been great talking to you. Really appreciate you joining us today. Ken Himmel is the president and CEO of Related Urban in the United States and the co-managing partner of Gulf Related here in the UAE. Appreciate your time. Thanks, Ken.
Nice to be with you.
From the ARN News Center, news update at past.